All right. First things first, let's give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, that belongs to the apostles and elders of Grimmon Stone. Shalom to all the true worshippers, worshiping in spirit and in truth, to await the elect of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and you so-called blacks, are the true biblical Israelites. All right. Also, the RFID microchip is the MOTB, the mark of the. If you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I don't want to use. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't want to use buzzwords, get a strike on the channel or anything like that. So, YouTube algorithms, we have to do our best to try and go around it. So, if you don't know what the MOTB is, the mark, what I'm talking about, the mark, please refer to Revelation 13, verse 16 on down. All right. Also, World War 3 is imminent, yo. You can see it. You just have to watch closely, and also subscribe to the men of GMS. They give you 100% truth and nothing but the truth, yo. And most importantly, people, our big brother Yahweh Shai, who's the Lord, the Heavenly Father, the Creator, our power, the God of Israel, his son, his only begotten son, is about to make his debut return to exact judgment upon the wicked, and to save the broken-hearted, the people that cry and sigh for the abominations that are being done unto the earth, the people that are feeling sorrowful and grieve the most, that grieve for the society that continues to overtax them, overtax us, that continue to suck the blood and life force out of our veins, I mean, this world is getting so hard to live in. It was already hard enough with all the immorality, but just to be able to afford living, basic living necessities such as food, water, shelter is becoming impossible, for lack of a better word, all right. It's made so hard. These things are so hard to achieve. Getting food now is something you need to achieve. Can you imagine that, I mean, if this world could tax the air we breathe, they would. They're probably doing it without our knowledge, anyways, we're gonna get right into this article, and then we're gonna get to precepts. Hopefully this quick lesson will be edifying, all right. I just want to get a few points out of it. This article from the Institute for Government.org.uk, and it's based on what's happening in the UK, but everything trickles down to our little country here, Jamaica, or to their little country, Jamaica. So let's get right into it. It says, what is the cost of living crisis? That is the name of the article, question, what is the cost of living crisis? And it says, the cost of living crisis refers to the fall in real disposable incomes, all right, that is adjusted for inflation and after taxes and benefits, all right. So basically, cost of living crisis is talking about or focusing on the income, or that the money you have left over that you can be flexible with after taxes, as it says, the disposable income, that is what you would spend on some entertainment, all right. Let's continue. It says that the UK has experienced since late 2021. It is being caused predominantly by high inflation outstripping wage and benefit increases. So cost of living is rising higher, rising faster than the wages and benefits that one should be getting. All right. It continues to say, and has been further exacerbated by recent tax increases. So it's been made worse, yo. In early February, the government announced some measures to respond to high energy prices, a particular flashpoint of the crisis. At the spring statement, the Chancellor also announced some further measures, but even after accounting for these policies, inflation is expected to increase much more quickly than post-tax incomes. So inflation is expected. More inflation is expected, yo. And you people, your government mentioned to you a few years ago that a little inflation is good. What the hell, yo? He should have been hung the moment he said that. This says let's see, how high is inflation? I don't want to read the whole article. I'm not going to read the whole article. But there's a part I want to get down here. I want to get a little bit out of this. It says inflation is calculated as the average change in the price of typical goods and services. So that's how when it says the average is talking about how fast it changes. Like for example, you go to your shop today and the cost for bread is $1, and you go back 2 weeks. No, you go back next week and it's $2. That's 100% increase, yo. Not to say things are increasing 100%, but 5 years ago, our bread here in Jamaica was not $500. It was half of that. $200 could get you a bread 5 years ago. $250, So I'm gonna continue. It says, it's a price. Inflation is calculated as the average change in the price of typical goods and services purchased by households over 12 months. This is tracked using the Consumer Price Index (CPI), calculated by the Office for National Statistics using a sample of prices of 700 common consumer goods and services. Latest data has the current CPI at 7% in 12 months to March 2021. The Bank of England aims to keep the CPI rate of inflation at 2% plus or minus 1, which they can't, and they know it won't stay there, yo. They'll say that the more you read into it, they'll tell you they don't expect it to fall until 2024, yo. And it says it down here, right here, that the latest Bank of England forecast, that's for the future, what they're predicting, or maybe what they're strategizing about, planning, has inflation peaking at 10.2% in the fourth quarter of 2022. This is largely driven by the 693 pounds or 54% increase from 1st of April of the energy price cap and a forecast further increase of 40% in October. Inflation is expected to remain high for the next 2 years. So this shit is gonna get worse. And even though they're saying expected, that doesn't mean they think it's gonna stop or get any lower, yo. Maybe it'll plateau or will just keep rising. Alright? Inflation, let me see. You can read that part for yourself. I want to get one more out of this. One more point. It says which prices are increasing fastest? Why are prices increasing rapidly? There's one more thing I want to read out of this, and then we get our precepts. All right, this is it. Which prices are increasing fastest? It says a rapid increase in energy costs. All right, that's gas, yo. That's gasoline that fuels the planes, the trucks, everything, the boats, everything that transport goods. All right, and provide services. It says a rapid increase in energy cost, particularly the wholesale price of gas, has been a key driver of the recent increases in inflation. Housing and household services, which include electricity and gas. We've seen increases on our JPS bill. That's our electric bill, yo. Our utility bills and transport, which includes motor fuels, contributed to around a half of CPIH inflation in March. Alright, so we're going to stop right there. We're going to get our precepts. The first one we're going to get is Haggai 1 and 6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. No matter how much money you make, it's never enough, and it will never be enough because of these rising or increase in prices for goods and services, because of the inflation that has been predicted to continue to rise. You hear that? It's rising in the UK. It's rising 50 up to 50%. No, it's expected to rise 40% by October, yo. That's ridiculous, yo. And and all those places has a domino effect. So from it's happening there, it's gonna happen in the rest of the world, and it's definitely gonna happen in little Jamaica, yo. For you Jamaicans, yo. There's no freaking hope in this place, yo. This place is gone, yo. It's only gonna get worse. Cost of living is going sky high. They make it so hard for you to get housing. I know they're making it hard for you to get even food, yo, clothing. All right. Let's get Ecclesiastes 12, and we're gonna start. A treat says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. That is talking about there being no hope. When you look through your window, you ain't gonna see a bright sunny day, yo. It's gonna look dark and bleak as fuck, yo. And the only one you people gonna be able to turn to is Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. But it's gonna be too late. That's why verse 1 says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the time before he comes, while you can, right? While the door of repentance is yet open, yo, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, yo. The gas prices, because of the gas prices, taximen are striking, are planning to strike tomorrow morning, yo. Also, there were taximen from John's Road that striked today because police, there was this rule that came back into play, yo, that they took out during COVID, but now it came back into play that allowed policemen to take away your vehicle, make record come, allow record to come and take away your vehicle, and you have to pay fines and get it back. You know, all of that money is hard to find, yo. And men are striking, yo. You know? Oppression, surely oppression make a wise man mad. Make mad people madder. Alright? Yeah, those are the two precepts, yo, that I wanted to get, yo. There's nothing here for us, yo. Nothing at all here for us. I want to get this last precept in March, in Matthew. Yeah, a second. So it says, Matthew 6, starting at 19 says, lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, yo. And I want to say that they're basically robbing us, yo. They're robbing us blind. And even those that can see, they're robbing us in our eyes, yo. And we can do nothing about it, though. Those are the so-called powers that be, yo. The ones that govern us, yo. Our governments, our so-called princes, yo. Our leaders, they're robbing us blind, yo. There's nothing that you can own here in this wicked world, this society, where it won't be taxed, yo. You know, where you won't be stressed the hell out over it, yo. So the only hope is in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai and the kingdom, yo, that he will provide for us. Alright? Verse 20 says, but lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or nor steal. In other words, where you won't be taxed. There's no income tax, no tax for no school, no fucking land tax. You know? No fucking light bill, yo. Yo. No freaking landlord to worry about, man. Alright? Verse 21 says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, yo. And our heart should be in the kingdom with Yahweh Hashem, yo. Shy, yo. Alright? So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. And I once more, let's give our praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash, the blessings again to the apostles and elders of Witness Stone. Shalom to all the true worshippers.